Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. We are going to start our expense tracking. This is after I did my budget closeout. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just basically one of my friends Shannon said, why don't you just, because I used to expense track every day and upload an expense tracking video every day. And now I have kind of done it like once a week. So I'm really striving to do again daily, but it's just going to be concise into one concised into one video. So today is February 3rd, and I had already made a purchase on the first, friends. Oh my goodness, but I have not made any purchases since then. But we need to track that. I went ahead and looked at my checking account, and I was off. We actually started with $69. So let's go ahead and track this expense. This was on Amazon. And this is before I did my closeout, friends. So no more Amazon expenses for Kat. This was Amazon, and this was actually for household because I got some household items off of Amazon. So what was withdrawn was $34.00. So let's go ahead and track this. 69 minus 34. Okay, we are at $35. And that is correct. Oh my goodness. This pin. Okay. All right. I do have down here just on this cash total, the highlighters I'm using, the colors for this month. So household is kind of this blue. Okay, perfect. So we do balance because I'm looking at my checking account and that is my checking account. I'm saving that for if I go over my checking account. So 84 in cash envelopes. I just did yesterday my budget. Goodness gracious, Kat, get your head straight. Closeout. So here are just like the totals I had. So 60 plus 24. That is 84, but we're just going to make sure we're going to put this back into our little envelopes here. Whoops. To make sure that we get our week started, and especially now with the weekend coming up and new money coming in as we're getting paid this Friday. So 20, 40, 50, 60. So we do have $60, and this is for gas. I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Perfect. All right, and then we should have rollover in groceries 24. Let's make sure we have that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So the whole point of expense tracking is that these numbers need to match whatever we are tracking, right? The money that we're tracking. If I'm tracking my checking account, it needs to balance to the number that's in my checking account. And if I'm tracking my cash envelopes or my sinking funds, they need to match what we have in our binders. Okay, let me switch over to our sinking funds. We should have 225 in there. And I just wrote myself a sticky note. We should have $10 in the food bank, 15 in pet, and 20 in truck insurance. Let's make sure that those things are accurate before the weekend starts, friends. It's Thursday, so okay, yep, nothing in trips. Let's make sure we have what we say we have. 10, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is right. By the way, every time I track, I have to go through these envelopes just to make sure that there's been plenty of times where a 5 has bounced around, or the missing 5 that I never found out what happened to. It would randomly come in and then pop out. Okay, 200 for truck insurance. We do have 1, 2. Okay, perfect. And I had another binder, friends, where I had some really nice envelopes, but when I decluttered my office like a couple of months ago, like in October, I lost some envelopes, and I'm not sure if I put them in a box or something like that. So I need to find those because those had exactly all the envelopes that I needed. I was able to find my husband's. But anyways, okay, so because I have my pet envelope, that way I don't have it just in a miscellaneous one. So this is household. We have none in household, but because I couldn't find my pet envelope, I just put pet in here. So we do have 15 in pet. Now, we have some money over here, but this is my husband's. I already accounted for this money and just said that he already spent it. But look at this guy. He didn't spend his allowance for last week, and he went ahead and gave me the money that he didn't spend from the previous week. So I'm saving it for him. So I'm not really tracking this, but I am going to write a little sticky note, see how much he saved, just in case he asks me, if he's in case he's curious. I'll let him know how much he has. So he has 50, 60, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80. Okay, so he has 80 saved so far. I'm not sure what he's trying to buy, but go ahead and put that in there. And I did want to put a little sticky note in here. Where are your sticky notes? Let me grab one. Okay. He has, as of the, goodness gracious, I need some lotion. As of the 3rd, he has $80. Again, I already counted for this on my, that way I balance in my expense tracker. I just go ahead and say that my husband spent everything, so I balance, but. Okay, so we do have what we said we have on 225. So coming this weekend, and as we go through the week, we are ready and everything's legit, everything's balanced. Hopefully that stays that way. Okay, so I will see you the next day. We'll see when I spend money or money gets put into my envelopes, and we'll update our expense trackers. See you tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow for you, or just a little slide through to the next expense tracking day. Hi, it's the next day, and we have to track our income and also how we are going to be moving money around. So when we move money around, that's when things can get a little weird and a little funky. So here I am on my budget breakdown sheet, and I'm about to use my highlighters. I'm just a visual person, so that's why I just have colors and highlighters and stuff all over the place. I'm going to head and separate here what we got going on. So this is for my, actually let's go to this spreadsheet. This is the same thing, just on a different breakdown, but I included both things for this reason. Okay, so with green, we're going to address what is going to savings. So this is going to savings. Yellow is going to be for what is going into our sinking funds. So we have grandma going to sinking funds, household is going to sinking funds. Let's see. Health is going into a sinking fund, household, truck maintenance, truck insurance. Okay, now pink is what will be in our everyday envelopes. So we have gas, groceries, my husband's spending for 1 week, my spending for 1 week, pet for 1 week. Then we also have my husband's spending for the following week, my spending for the following week, so my allowance, his allowance, pet, and then groceries for the following week. Okay, the reason why I do this is because this helps me categorize things when we move to our expense trackers. So let's go ahead and let's first add these up. So here we got this. And then savings. So we have a total of 854 going into savings. Let's count up what will be in our cash envelope. So we got 80 plus 150 plus 70 plus 70 plus 15 for pet. Then my husband's spending for the following week, my spending for the following week, pet, and then groceries. So we are at 690. Let me double check just to make sure, because this is super important. So we balance and everything's legit when we go ahead and do our expense tracking throughout the week. We are actual, if that makes sense. Okay. Next, what will be going into our sinking funds? So we got 95 plus 60 plus 30 plus 50 plus 50 plus 180. Okay, we are at 465. Going to do that one more time. And I know you might say, why do you do this? You guys will see. If you stick long enough, you will see what I mean. This is how it works for my brain, and I think it is a great idea. Okay, here I have my little sheet here. So we have sinking funds. I know my handwriting's not the best. 465. Then for cash envelopes. For the sake of time, just going to abbreviate my chicken scratch, 84 into savings. Okay, now let's go ahead and move over to our expense trackers. I need to get a little, paper clip. Okay, perfect. Okay, here we are with our checking account. So for our checking account, we need to first do our income. We just got paid, and we got paid 2 paychecks. So we got paycheck 1. This is just pay 1. Oops, I did 2. Okay, I'll just say paycheck 1 and 2. Oopsies. Okay. Now we are going to go ahead and put what we got deposited. For paycheck 2, we got 1618. For paycheck 1, 1383. So we did have a rollover of $35. So let's go ahead and add that up. 35 plus 1618 plus 1383. Okay. I'm going to do that one more time just to make sure, because half of the issue is not my math being off. Okay, plus 1383. Okay, that leaves us with 3006. All right, so now we are going to go ahead and put the money that we are about to withdraw. So I have withdrawn $400 from our first paycheck, and then 1609 for our second paycheck. So again, just going to put cash envelopes. Pay 1, we withdrew $400. 3006 minus 400. And it's so important to do this immediately because it can get confusing if we just wait until the end of the week like I was. I used to upload a tracking video every single day, but I wasn't having like the best time doing that because it was hard to do that turnover with videos. Okay, so we are withdrawing 1609, so minus 1609. Okay, so that will leave our account with 997, and that's just the right amount for our automatic bills, and also just one expense I am doing online, but it has already been budgeted for, which is our health. So we got 997. Perfect. So this is withdrawal. Okay, so now we have to flip over. I did save 2 expense trackers for my checking account just in case. Now we have our cash envelopes. So in our cash envelopes, we had $84. Nothing has changed. So we are going to be depositing in here 0204. Just going to put cash envelopes. We are going to be depositing, and this is where it kind of gets a little tricky. I need to work on my handwriting, friends. So what is going into our cash envelopes? $690. And see, it's so much easier when you just do this. When we did the, when we went ahead and highlighted this, that way it doesn't have to be so weird and wonky and stuff, and we can be accurate. So we are going to deposit $690. So $840 plus $690, $774 will be in our account. And you guys will see that when we cash stuff our envelopes. So let me do that again. 840 plus 690, 840. I mean 774. Okay, just making sure that we're correct on there. Okay. Now our sinking funds. We have 225 in our sinking funds, And we are going to be putting in here, see, I'm already like, how much are we doing? This is sinking funds. And we are going to deposit into our sinking funds $465. So after we deposit, we will have $465. We will have $690 in our sinking funds. Okay, now we have our savings, but we did already account for that. I don't have an expense tracker for my savings yet, but I have that where we're coloring it in that sheet. So that's kind of what I'm using, but we already accounted for it in our checking account. So that's all that matters. We know where that money has left the building, but it is within this acrylic box that I have. Okay, friends, sounds good. We have not made any more expenses, but I am going to be taking out money today for our cash stuffing video. So, and the weekend is coming. You guys will see this after the weekend probably, because there'll be probably way more spending that will be done. So yes, I will see you guys on the next day. Hi friends, it's several days later. We had a surprise family visit over the weekend, so things got a little weird for me with my budget. But if you were watching the previous days and you were like, Kat, your math is wrong, do not worry. I finally got some whiteout with some of my spending money. And I did notice when I was editing this video. So we're going to go ahead and fix this. All right, friends. Okay. I did get this whiteout because it's so necessary. And look, it's a little kitten. It's a little kitten paw. Okay. Anyway, so some things that did happen from our expense trackers that we have to take account for is that we did have our Straight Talk come through. So you had Straight Talk. That sounded weird. I said that weird. This is a bill. Come on, pen. Don't do this to me. This is a bill. This was for I'm going to round up, $62. So let's go ahead and subtract that from here. We have 1032 minus 62, 970. But then, friends, my package was lost for this household, so I just requested it to be refunded because that has happened to me actually multiple times, and it's kind of love and hate relationship with Amazon, and I was not going to go through that again, so I decided to just go ahead and get a refund. So we got a refund. Okay, all right, pen. Refund, and this was for these $34. So then we ended up with 34 with 1004, and then my husband made a purchase with his spending money. Remember, he was saving up his spending money. And this is just him, and he spent 130. So 130. So we ended up with 874. But what's going to happen is that today we're going to just make a deposit, because I didn't have time, friends, to deposit that money before he spent it. So we're gonna just go ahead and deposit that 130 in here to bring us back into here. But we're just going to mention this, that way everything is tracked and nothing is weird. Okay, so we only have one bill, right? I did put over here my stickers over here for my categories. So we did only have one expense truly, which was this Amazon, or this Straight Talk bill. Okay, now this is where things get a little wonky. So stick with me. All right, so let's first go ahead Oops, I kind of ripped the top. Let's go ahead and start with our cash envelopes. So we deposited $6.90 into our cash envelopes, and I know some things happened, which was gas. This is gas. I'll just put 7-Eleven, and we spent $50 on gas. 744 minus 50. That leaves us with $6.94. And then I also got groceries. This was at Walmart. This is groceries. And this was $150. So minus 150. Okay, $544. If I did all my math correct, what's in here in total should be this. I keep putting I keep putting them in the wrong envelope. Let me just go ahead and take this food one out because I don't have an allowance for food and I keep misplacing this money in here. It gets a little confusing for me when I go reach for it. Okay, so we should have $154 in these cash envelopes. Let's see. We have $150, $200, $20, $40, $60, $70, $80, $60, $70, $80, $90. We have $290. So what happened? Let's think about that. Oh, I probably categorized, into sinking funds. Probably categorized, my husband's spending and my spending as sinking funds. Or no, as cash envelopes. Yep, as cash envelopes instead of sinking funds. So, let's go ahead and write this down though first. So this is gas and this is groceries. So I did spend $150 on groceries, but oh my goodness, friends, this is what gets so confusing. I remember spending $150 at the grocery store, but I believe that I did go ahead and do a good job and take out like money for the household items and money for the pet items. So I think that is what happened because right now we have $200 in food and we have $20, $40, $60, $70, $80, $90 in gas. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. So we have $200 in groceries. And that never happens. It never happens where I actually go through my sinking funds and pay for the health items or the pet items. I usually do it all and then I deposit from that sinking fund to my groceries. But I must have done a good job. I don't remember since it's already been like 3 days. Okay. And we have 90 for gas. And today is the 8th. Okay. At least so we're tracking correctly. Let's go ahead and put this in its rightful spot. Okay. And this into this rightful spot. Now I did mention, friends, that this was going to get a little wonky. This is what happens when, life it's just so crazy. Okay, so we still have, let's go ahead and get our calculator here. Let's first figure out this cash envelopes because I categorized, remember, my husband's envelope and my envelope. So first things first, I deposited 2 weeks of my husband's spending into cash envelopes, but I'm just saying that he already spent that. So 70 plus 70 is 140, so I'm going to go ahead and just say that he spent all of this. Although, remember, he had some rollover from the previous weeks because he's saving up for stuff. So, but the reason I do this is because I don't like tracking his spending. So I just like saying that he just spent everything, because sometimes he uses the checking account. Sometimes he just purchases stuff, at work or after he gets off work. So he doesn't have receipts or anything like that. Okay, so 404, and then I'm also categorizing pet and my own spending, right, as not a sinking fund. Okay, so let's look through mine, and I'm just going to go ahead and track the stuff that I know happened. So I know that I got my eyebrows threaded. This is me. And this was I think $14, or was it $14? 12 minus 5, 12, or 12 plus 5. 20 minus 12 minus 5. Yeah, so $15, because I left a $3 tip. So 404 minus 15, we're at 389. This is why it's so important to track that day, friends. But that day we got the surprise visit, and they were here on Sunday and we stayed up late. But anyways, okay, so I know that happens. And I also know that same day when we got gas, my husband got gas, and I asked him to get me a drink, and this drink was $3. I'm rounding up because I saved my change. I only got $2 back in some change, minus $3, so $3.86. And some more spending went on, but this is what we're going to figure out right now. Okay. So let's go ahead and track our tracker as well. If you guys like expense tracking, here's the messiness of it. Okay. So some other things that I know happen. The day that our family came over, we went out to eat, and I didn't have an eating out or family really sinking fund. So out of my cash envelopes, I paid $19 on food. So minus $19, 367. And I spent some money on Saturday, and I believe that was $12, but let's just make sure. So let's go ahead and count what we do have in here. I did have 2 weeks of allowance in here, but I went over because I didn't go over. What the heck? Because of all this additional spending. Okay. So I thought I had went over, but I have not even looked at my cash envelope. So I do still have next week's spending money here. That's a miracle. Okay, let's see how much we have left after we dipped into our own funds to pay for food when a family came over. So we have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so we have 21 left. I'm just going to put here, we already tracked up here, so I'm just going to put here 0.8, that we have $21 in here. Or actually, we have 21 plus 70 for week 2. We have $91 in here. Okay, so this is what I have left over from last week. Spending money, and then I have this. Okay. So let's go ahead and do the math on that. I have 70 minus $21. I almost spent $50. So I got my eyebrows done, plus 3, plus 19, $37. Oh yeah, minus 49, $12. Yep, remember I mentioned I thought I spent about $11? That's probably rounding up because of the change. So I did spend 11, not today, but I'll just put today's date. At World Market, Cat, I spent $12 and I just spent it on this. I got some earrings and I got a little snack. I got some homemade cookies. So $3.55. Okay. Guys, it's not so bad. I am still remembering stuff. Just the length of this video is going to be so long. Okay. So let's go ahead and take out our change. We're going to do our coin challenge tomorrow. Let's go ahead and put this back in here. Okay. Now, this is our sinking funds. We still have Grandma's rent in here. Her February's rent was already paid. So this is for next month. This is for March. Now, we did have some spending here on special projects. So in here, we had $95. And I believe what was spent was $58. Or $59 counting up. So let's make sure. Oh, this is actually, before we get to here, that's sinking funds, and we'll transfer to sinking funds. But what was also included as part of our cash envelopes. Sorry, I know the cash envelopes is kind of weird because I have them combined here with the sinking funds, so it might be weird to you. Okay, so you have 1, 10, 30, 40, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45. So we have 45 in pet. Now, you might say cat. Well, I saw that that's in household. I know, friends. Look at this. I think I'm going to switch to an accordion, friends, because this is so beautiful. I love it, but it's just not practical. And I'm not interested in having like 10 million binders. First off, because they're super expensive, and I just don't want to keep track of so many binders. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. Okay, so we had 91 in my cash envelopes for my spending. Then we had 45 in pet. Goodness gracious, I was just in there. 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45. Yeah, 45 in pet. And as you see, I also need a pet envelope, so it just gets super expensive. And I'm just thinking about just going to a accordion or like a folder. Okay, so 136 plus, how much did we have in gas and for groceries? Plus 90 for gas, plus 200 for groceries. 426. Interesting. So 200 plus 90 plus the 91. Is that what I have left in my own? Let's see. I already forgot, friends. Yep, 91. Plus 41. Plus 45. 425. Okay, interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, I know where I'm off. Because somewhere along the lines, I didn't spend this 150. So, oh goodness gracious. Now I'm going to have to do all this math all over again. Oh my goodness, friends. Real life. So it's showing that I only spent 100. And I really don't remember how that happened, friends. I was pretty sure I spent 150. But we will see once we get into our sinking funds. But we need to balance, because if not, we're going to go through the entire month off. Okay. Thank you for sticking around if you're still stuck around. Okay. Minus 100, 594, minus 140, $4.54 minus 15, $4.39 minus $3, $4.36 minus $19, $4.17 minus 12, $4.05. Okay, so we had 200 left in groceries, 90 in gas. We had 91 for my spending and 45. Okay, so we are off by how much? $21. $21. Work it. Oh, no, I didn't put anything into my food bank. I did put $10 in here, but that should have already been accounted for. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yep, no, that should have already been accounted for. So $21. When I redo this, when I'm editing, I'll look, but right now I'm showing that I'm off by $21. So I'm just gonna put this here. Where am I off? I'm trying to think, friends, and I cannot think because I already took my husband's money out, and like, what is really going on? But that is real life. Okay. So here we have, for gas, we are doing green. For groceries, we're doing this orange. For me, doing this purple. For my husband, we are doing this. All right, friends, sorry about that. Oh, I really need a different recording device. Okay, so we went ahead and just highlighted these $21 off, and I'm not sure where those $21 are coming from, but let's go ahead and move on because we need to move on. Okay, now for our sinking funds. I know that there was money spent on sinking funds, so $465 was deposited into sinking funds. So again, let's go ahead and look at the stuff that we spent, which was right here, which was for landscaping. We had 95. Now we have 20, 30, 35, 36. So 95 minus 36. 59 was spent. Minus 59, so that leaves us with 36. Okay. So 59 was spent. Let's go ahead and put that in here on our tractor. 6, landscape. Landscape. If I could spell landscape. 59. 690 minus 59. 631. Okay. Now we did get some kitchen stuff, and I have my receipt here. What did we get? Oh my goodness, there it is. Oh, I found it, friends. $21. Here it is, friends. $21. why did I pay $60? I believe, friends, because I only had $20 in my, I don't know if it came out of groceries. It must have came out of groceries. Did it though? Maybe I spent less than what I thought on groceries and I had $20 left. So I must have spent only $80 on groceries, or probably $80-ish dollars, and I had those $20, and then I had to pay $50 out of kitchen. That's why or $40 out of kitchen. Oh no, $50 out of kitchen. Probably $50. I probably put $20 in, and then I put, interesting. All right. It makes sense in my brain, but it doesn't make sense as I'm speaking it into existence. Okay, we got 10, 30, 10, 20, 30, 35, 36. So we have 36 and change. How much did we have in here? We had 50. So 50 minus 36, $14. 50 minus 36, 50 minus 36, $14. So we spent $14 out of here, but this Target card, when I bought some household items for my husband and some groceries, as you guys see here, I bought some taco shells. So 14 was spent at Target. Minus 14, that left us with 36. Going to go ahead and do that here. 0, 2 dot. And what happened, friends, is that a lot of things happen. But groceries. One of the things was that when I was trying to pull money out of here, I had that stupid food envelope in here, and I had put the wrong money in there, so I did not know what was for gas and what was for groceries, and I just completely got so confused. Okay, and then I said, well, do I not have enough? But anyways, okay, so $14 minus 14. Now, did I put the $14 back? Oh, I did not. Let's go ahead and put, the $36. Let's put these back. Okay. So, 631 minus 14. We're at 617. Okay. So, my receipt is saying that the total was, we'll round out, $34. So $34 minus, minus 14, $10. So I had $10 in my groceries, but that still leaves us short. So interesting. Okay. Anyways, let's go ahead. Oh my goodness, it makes me so frustrated, friends, because this is the reason why I try to track every single day, because of this. Okay. So in food bank, we already counted that. We know we have $20. Truck maintenance, we have, says we have 50, but I see that we deposited some money. Oh, that's right. Yeah, in truck maintenance, we have 50 plus 50. These are the $50. And remember, friends, I don't have enough envelopes for all these categories. I really need to get that binder. We should have $380 in for truck insurance. 100, 200, 300, 50, 20, or 50, 60, 70, 80. We do have $380 in here. Plus $380 equals $450. This is for our savings challenge, and we already counted for those. Where this is actually cash envelope. For family, we have $60. And then in special projects, we still have 36. And then for kitchen, we still have 36. Okay, so that brings us to 582. Oh my goodness, friends. 582. We're off by $35. How are we off? That is so freaking wild, friends. And this is me just not tracking for 3 days, friends. I don't understand. And this is my husband's money, so I already counted for this. Remember, I already said that this is all gone. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and put here that we're $35 off for the sake of the length of this video, friends, because this is getting really, really lengthy. So, out of our sinking funds, we spent on groceries and on landscape, which we are just going to highlight as household. That's so bizarre, friends. Somewhere and my math is off. I think, goodness gracious, this is so horrible. Okay. Anyways, friends. Oh my goodness. This is the reason why I'm doing this. I try doing it every single day, but that family visit, friends, totally threw me off. I was on it. Now I'm going to have to edit this video. I'm going to have to look through everything again and try to figure out where I'm wrong. Maybe I did math wrong with my calculator again. This is just like so frustrating for me because I am trying my best, friends, but I'm off. I'm making little tiny mistakes that makes me not balance when I'm trying to balance. Anyways, friends, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to hit the like button. I hope this gave you some motivation to look through your things, through your expenses, because I try to stay on top of it. And obviously, friends, even doing this every day and then not tracking for 2 or 3 days, I'm completely off. So, oh my goodness. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Can I be around you?